What's going on, guys? Zephyrnix here, and pretty much I'm guaranteed that I'm going to go ahead and buy Hyrule Warriors, but the problem was that I wasn't really sure if I was going to buy the digital version or the physical version. After all, I do like having the box and all that. That's all nice and dandy and all that, but I do like buying the physical version so I can go ahead and play it immediately instead of having to go ahead and actually get the actual game out if the game is not in the actual machine. Blah blah blah. I'm lazy. I get it. So imagine my surprise when I found a demo playing of Hyrule Warriors. Now, this is not me playing right here, but this is pretty much how it really went. So I'll go ahead and do my best to go explain to you exactly how the gameplay is and my thoughts on it in terms of if I'm going to get the physical or digital version. So basically, the controls work like this. The Y button is kind of like your light attacks. The X button is your strong attack. The A button is your special attack. And B button is kind of like your dodging. So also, I believe it's LZ or RZ, which is your targeting, which allows you to target one character and thus brings you into like an Ocarina of Time mode. And then at the same time, R is like your magic. Now, I did play, the demo actually had 3 characters in it. It had Zelda, I think her name is Mundia or something like that, and Link. Now, Link was, of course, in his well-known green garb, and Zelda was in her new pink chainmail, I think it is. So basically, I chose those 2 particular characters. Now, I started off with Zelda. So when you hit Y, Zelda has her when you choose the character, then you choose the weapon. Now, each individual character has a different weapon. Link, of course, has his shield and Hyrulean sword, while Zelda actually has a rapier, which is the Japanese go-to for petite women who they want to go ahead and fight. You know, kind of like Asuna had, basically. So, yeah, if you don't know who Austin is, I don't know what to tell you. Anyway, so the thing about it is that, so when she was doing this, she was doing a lot of stabs and slight slashes, which is pretty much how you use a rapier. Now, basically how she worked is like, the system kind of worked in a combo-based system. So if you hit like Y 3 times and hit X, she would go ahead and do 3 slashes, and then she would do kind of like a run forward, kind of jumping left and right, at the same time moving forward, doing slashes. So it was kind of like a dodge right, dodge left, but keep slashing forward kind of thing. It was actually pretty cool. Then the second one is like if you hit like Y 6 times, then hit X. These are not numbers to quote. I'm just doing numbers out to kind of give you an example. But if you did that, then she would kind of jump back, and then she would kind of she would jump up in the air, and then her rapier would turn into a light bow, in which she would shoot to the ground. Then if you did like Y, we'll say 9 times, she would actually jump backwards and do the bow again, and this time shoot in the air. Or you can just go ahead and do the combos by keep hitting Y button as many times as you wanted to. So that was pretty much that one. I didn't really get to play I didn't really learn too much with her, because in fact I learned a lot of it more with Link than with Zelda, and I didn't go back to play with Zelda. So overall, my gameplay was pretty amusing. Now with Link pretty much fought a little differently. He had like wide, while Zelda had like, she mostly attacked in front of her, kind of like in a small cone or arc kind of thing. He kind of slashed all the way around and things of that nature. So he, like, a lot of his moves were all over the place, hitting everything around him and things of that nature, as you see on the screen. So basically, his attacks were pretty much, he had kind of like had a running stab attack. He had a running forward and bashing attack and things of that nature. So I also noticed that if you go ahead and hit A, for Zelda, what she would do is her rapier would turn to a light bow again, and it would literally shoot in front of her, clearing out all the enemies in front of her. With Link, what it did was it kind of did like a 360 slash, which attacked anyone around him, and then did another slash in front of him. So that was pretty much how that one worked. Actually, I think it was LZ that was actually the targeting, because apparently RZ is actually the item to choose your item. Now, just to kind of give you some thoughts on what I saw in the game here, on the screen basically was 2 things. Number one, it showed you everyone who was actually in the who playing on your side right now. So for my case, I was Zelda, and it had Impa and Link on the screen at the top, and at the bottom there was a list of different things of them, pretty much what I had to do, kind of like a list of what I had to do. That's basically that work. What else? Let's see. There's little things I noticed. Like, for example, I noticed how with Link, 2 things I noticed that stand out really. Number one is the cloth effects. for Link, who actually has a scarf right now, and of course you got the dress that's with Zelda. They didn't have too much in terms of cloth effects. Like if Zelda was digging into the chest, like it would like looked like she had like a whole bunch of static clean in her dress to the point where it was just standing up. Also, another thing that I noticed that is like you would run around and like your character would level up too, and that's great. But you would also get like these triangle things that would boost up your character stats as well, mostly with speed. But I'm just saying that was 2. Number 3, I noticed that, and I only play with Zelda, so I can't speak for any other characters like Impa or all the other female characters. But with Zelda, I noticed that what she would do was she would dig into the chest, and then once you dug into her chest, she would raise the thing up and all. Now, the reason why I used the word chest was because of the fact that she used her hand to hide her cleavage. I just thought that was hilarious, seeing as they have characters in there in the game that is literally cleavage. Like they're nothing but cleavage. What was her name? Shia. Like literally, look up Shia, Shia, or type in Zelda and Shia. Literally, her dress is nothing but cleavage. I'm not sure how those things stay together, by the way, but whatever. Point in case is this. The game is good. I like the game. I was really, it's like, I love the fact that you got the Zelda theme popping in your ear, and it was loud too. Like the guys who they set it up with the sound blasting. So you got the Zelda theme blasting your ear, and it's like I'm loving it. I'm in the zone, having a lot of fun. If you guys are on the fence about buying it, I suggest you do go ahead and buy it. Now, I'll admit, I was a little turned off, we'll say, by the simple fact that the game is like $59.99. I am a little turned off by that, especially since you got like Pirate Warriors, One Piece Pirate Warriors, which was on the PlayStation 3 and the Vita, and they were not that much money. At the same time, you had I wasn't really happy with the price, but I gotta say, despite that, I really did have fun, and I do plan to go ahead and purchase it. I'm not really too worried about it because I'm getting the game for free anyway. So I mean, yeah, I ain't too worried about it, but yeah, it is what it is. But I do, in terms of what I do plan to do, I actually do plan to buy a physical and digital copy, which is pretty much exactly what I said I was going to do with Bayonetta. And the reason why is because I want the box. Because I do like the Zelda games, and I do want to collect the Zelda games. Those are that and Metroid games are pretty much the only thing I actually do go ahead and collect. So aside from that, also I get the pre-order bonus, which is I believe the Skyward Sword stuff, and of course I'm going to download I'm going to do the DLC for the other outfits as well. But I'm just saying I'm going to go ahead and get the DLC as well, and then I'm probably just going to go ahead and keep the box, or I can just sell the box. It doesn't really matter to me. Anyway, that's it for now. Let me know what you guys think of this game, because I'm definitely going to go ahead and pick this game up. Very happy to go ahead and definitely happy to go ahead and play it. So it is what it is. Definitely look on this channel, because I will be doing some gameplay on Hyrule Warriors US version when it does come out. And most likely go ahead and check out my Twitch channel, which you can go ahead and do a search for Zephyrnix. I will be on Twitch. I do a lot of my stuff on Twitch, and then I go ahead and sometimes I send it over to my YouTube channel, or I don't know. Anyway, so rate, comment, subscribe, and if you're new here, go ahead and press the subscribe button. I do videos all the time, and you never know what I'm going to play next. You guys have a good night. Zeph out.